In American history, a photograph speaks louder than 1,000 words. Today, we'll dive into iconic American photos that echo the past and shaped history. Each frame is a silent witness to powerful stories. If you're ready, let's uncover the hidden truths of history. This photo captures renowned sculptor Gutzon Borglum designing Mount Rushmore. This monumental project, which began in 1927, aimed to carve the faces of 4 U.S. presidents into the granite face of the mountain. Led by Borglum, the team worked tirelessly for 14 years to complete the masterpiece. This disturbing image depicts the whipping post, a symbol of America's era of slavery and discrimination. Whipping was a punishment method used on slaves and criminals. Such punishments serve as a grim reminder of human rights violations and the darker side of the justice system. This striking photo showcases the FBI's massive fingerprint archive in the 1940s. Before the era of computers, fingerprints were manually organized and analyzed by thousands of workers. This enormous system played a crucial role in solving crimes and maintaining law and order. During the 1940s and 1950s, car culture in America was booming. This image captures one of the first drive-in restaurants where customers could order food without leaving their cars. Meals were delivered directly to car windows, symbolizing the era's pursuit of convenience. This photo was taken on May 19, 1962, the night Marilyn Monroe performed at President John F. Kennedy's birthday celebration. Monroe's iconic Happy Birthday performance became legendary and fueled speculation about her close ties with the Kennedy brothers. On May 20, 1927, Charles Lindbergh completed the first solo, non-stop transatlantic flight from New York to Paris in the spirit of St. Louis. The journey took 33.5 hours and marked a milestone in aviation history, making Lindbergh a global hero. This photograph, published in Life magazine in 1944, sparked immense controversy. It shows a female worker posing with the skull of a Japanese soldier sent by an American serviceman during the Pacific War. The image highlighted the horrors of war and the erosion of human values. History is coming alive before our eyes. Which of these photos do you think is the most striking? Let's discuss in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to continue uncovering these stories together. Now let's move on to the next segment. This photo captures a moment from the 1908 New York-Paris auto race. Known as the world's first international long-distance car race, it tested the endurance of drivers and the durability of their vehicles. Competitors faced challenges like freezing temperatures and muddy roads during their journey. On March 27, 1964, Alaska experienced the largest recorded earthquake in its history, measuring 9.2 magnitude. This photo captures the devastation in downtown Anchorage. The earthquake and subsequent tsunamis caused over 130 deaths and millions of dollars in damages. This photo depicts the Prohibition era, 1920 to 1933, when alcohol was banned and the U.S. law enforcement officials are seen destroying illegally produced liquor by pouring it out of barrels. This era marked a turbulent time in American history, characterized by the rise of organized crime and bootlegging operations. On January 15, 1919, a massive molasses tank burst in Boston, flooding the streets with molasses moving at 35 miles per hour. The disaster claimed 21 lives and injured over 150 people. Known as one of the strangest tragedies in American industrial history, its impact remains a haunting memory. In the early 1930s, before Disneyland and Mickey Mouse gained worldwide fame, these original Mickey Mouse costumes were used for events with children. However, today, they are considered unsettling. The eerie expressions and odd design reflect the limitations of costume creation at the time. This iconic photograph captures the assembly and exhibition process of the Statue of Liberty's headpiece in Paris before it was sent to America. The head was displayed at the Paris exhibition in 1883. This image reflects a unique moment in the construction of the colossal structure gifted by France to symbolize friendship with America. This intriguing image shows a radio hat, an invention from 1949. This device functioned as a portable radio, allowing users to listen to music or news through headphones. However, due to its high cost and peculiar design, it failed to achieve commercial success. This photo stands as an example of the innovative yet odd technological experiments of the time. In the 1940s, coal miners in Pennsylvania used safety lamps to detect dangerous gas leaks. These lamps helped identify deadly gases like carbon monoxide and methane, saving countless lives. This photo reflects the harsh conditions of miners' lives and their fight for safety underground. This photo showcases the massive water tunnel system constructed in the 1920s to provide clean water to New York City. The project required workers to labor long hours underground and became one of the engineering marvels of its time. This image is from the final days of the Vietnam War in 1975. During Operation Frequent Wind, older helicopters were thrown overboard to make space for incoming aircraft on the ship. This chaotic rescue operation highlights the complexities of war. In 1957, Dorothy Counts became the first black student admitted to Harry Harding High School in North Carolina. This historic moment was marked by the severe racial harassment she faced on her first day. Dorothy's unwavering stance became a symbol of the civil rights movement. This photo depicts two impoverished children from the Great Depression era in America. During the 1930s, the economic collapse left millions of families in poverty. Children grew up in harsh conditions, facing malnutrition and hardship. This image vividly captures the despair of that time. In 1913, a U.S. law allowed the mailing of small parcels, leading some parents to mail their children as packages. This baby was safely delivered by a postal worker to a relative. This peculiar practice was soon prohibited. After returning from the moon, the Apollo 11 astronauts were quarantined to prevent potential lunar microbes. President Richard Nixon is seen congratulating them in front of the quarantine module. This moment marked a pivotal point in human history.